I'm going to see. Hey, dude. Happy Thursday. Hope
Hey,
you're doing
man.
well.
Happy Thursday. Doing pretty good, man.
I'm
How about
glad to
you?
hear it. I'm doing solid. I was a little frustrated last night. I was trying to do this AI agent thing and just run into walls. I just
Yeah.
don't think it's that intuitive, but that's the point of this stream. So the
Yeah.
stream is to help sort of guide and direct. And I know that the FF team, they're coming out with videos and tutorials on how to do this. Maggie and Michael are just absolutely excellent at that. They have a bunch of the chat um, projects in the marketplace, and so I've been trying to communicate with them and see what's going on, see how we can. That's nice. That's very nice. Okay, cool.
Hey,
So sorry.
Kareem. Welcome, man.
Nice. Dream message, content straw. Nice. Okay, nice. All right, so what I would like to do in this stream is to um, showcase how to set up the AI agents in FlutterFlow. So I think it was yesterday, FlutterFlow launched these AI agents sort of natively within the projects, or natively within your FlutterFlow project. All you have to do is basically select the model and you get an action. Yes, Maggie. Dude, we should just have Maggie on here. She could just build for us. So Maggie, don't tempt
That's
me.
true.
You'll do a much better job than I will. I will be honest with you there. So if you guys don't know, Maggie is an incredible software engineer that works at FlutterFlow. Her and Michael, her husband Michael, sort of, do all of the fun community stuff, video, presentation, and lots of really cool elements within the system itself. So, all right.
That's
But I wanted to
awesome.
just showcase, I wanted these AI agents are really powerful, and I was like, hey, I just want to set something up. So I'm gonna just walk through really quick the basis that you'll need to set up in order to have a project running, and then how to set up the chat interface to where you can basically create a chat and sort of chat with the agent itself. So it took me like 3 hours to do that last night just because I was trying to figure stuff out and try to, I was like, oh, do I utilize this other chat template? What can I do? Do I have to build the entire interface? I was expecting sort of like a uh, some format of like an agent stream or an agent like a backend query essentially you could just set a list view from.
Yeah.
But that was just what I was expecting, right? That's not how it is. So that's okay. All right, let me share my screen. And
Hmm. 3 hours, huh?
yeah, it was probably 2 hours of that. But and then 3 hours total of just working on it. So I'm gonna
Dang.
share my screen just to know if there was sunset system APIs in favor of API responses. I mean, FlutterFlow will always be, or in my opinion, they'll always just be ahead of the game, KJ. So, yeah, I wouldn't have to. I don't think I would worry about, oh, in the future this won't be relevant. Like, dude, the FF team moves fast, and those engineers, look, I'll be honest with you, the FlutterFlow engineers are sort of top notch. Okay, they're like grade level genius. Okay, IQ level like 160. So like they are working hard on producing these features for us that allow us to open and gives us access to some really cool things. So if something's going to be sunset in 2026, I'm going to assume that they're going to be ahead of the game on that, and they're going to be able to provide us with the things that we need. So, um, yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. And this is their initial product, right? They want to get feedback. So this stream will be a great opportunity for feedback. I mean, Maggie's right here. She may be watching, so she's gonna be over our shoulder. So we have the opportunity. Okay. So let's go over here. This is for FlutterFlow Pro users and Teams users. Uh, just just understand. Yep, yeah, Fred. I mean, there's no vendor lock-in in FF, right? They've been around. You've always been able to own your code. Yes, Michael's here too. Go, Michael. Michael, Maggie, if you guys want to take over this stream, just Slack me. I'll send you the link. Um, so the number one thing you do, come over here to AI agents. You get this new UI, right? We have the ability to sort of set up. I'm going to bring my Slack over here just in case. Um, okay, so we have this event AI, right? So this description is just internal for myself. It just says, hey, what is this AI agent for? So the last couple weeks we were going over, I sort of revamped my ride app, my entire rides app. So if you see, I think main profile, yeah, anyways, this is my rides app. I just did that so that I could have the back end because these AI agents require Firebase off, Firebase setup, um, and I wanted to sort of interact with an existing database if possible. So I revamped it last night, totally changed the look and feel, which you can do quite easily if you
That's
build
crazy.
in line with the theme colors that I set up. Uh,
It's true.
so, or yeah, like you build in line with the design system, you can always adjust and edit this stuff like that. So, AI agents, I wanted the ability to create an assistant that would help me create events or rides. Okay. So, here you have a system message. The system message helps you define what this agent does. So, I utilize ChatGPT. Maggie's here. I'm going to have Maggie explain. Hey, Maggie.
No, no, you continue, Andrew. I'll be here just if there are any questions or anything confusing or anything I'll clarify, I'll just jump in.
I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna be a sore person compared to you
No, no,
to do this.
you're great. You're great because you're a
All right,
real user. So yeah.
you're right. I'm a real one. I'm not an AI. I'm an OI. I'm gonna I'm gonna coin the term OI, organic intelligence. Okay, I'm an organic intelligence. You know. All right. Okay. Let's see. So this system message will help define what um, what our agent's going to do, and for the just the bare example, okay, because I'm a designer and JSON responses still are a little difficult for me. I'm sorry, I'm showing my cards. I'm not that intelligent. Okay, forgive me, please. Um, Maggie and Michael are both great at this, and they'll be able to help us with the structured messages. For this very simple version, very simple. I'm going to do a system message that just says, hey, you're an AI agent that helps me create events. For the event, I need a name, date, time, location, optional description, and we're going to assume all times are in the time zone. Okay, so we have that. Wait, I have preloaded messages. I don't know what these preloaded messages do actually. So we can talk about that. Nice, nice, Fred. You have to have, right, providers, so you can choose OpenAI, Anthropic, or Google. I'm using Google because there's no API key required. I'm using Gemini Flash 2. Also, I would love like recommendations. Let's see, we have an info here. Yeah, select the model. I would love like recommendations of which models are best for what things, essentially. You have to connect it to a Firebase project. You have to enable off. You have to enable Vertex AI. Okay. Now, this sort of got me stuck up because I had an existing FlutterFlow or Firebase project that I was working on, and then hey, wait, where's my okay, there you go. Okay. Um, and then I enabled Vertex AI. I'm just going to show you guys. This is a totally dummy project, so I'll delete it after this, whatever. But in Firebase, you need to come over here, Vertex AI, and you need to enable it, okay? And then you need to have your apps, right? Your apps associated with it. So you have to go through that process. You have to be on a Blaze plan, okay? And you have to have a correct billing hooked up. I was on a Blaze plan and my payment method was compromised, so it failed. So I had to go and set it. Anyways, that's just some notes. I think that's really helpful. Again, it does say it here, so just make sure that all of these things are properly set up so that you can interact with your AI. So I'm going to show you what the finished product is that I've created. Oh, no, actually, let's keep talking so I can do this test. Get devices. Okay, so my AI agent is just simply going to return text for me. And it's actually going to return JSON because I asked it output a JSON object with the event information in a consistent format. So we'll get into that, right? We will eventually have it respond with JSON, and then we will provide different UIs for the JSON response type. So because my goal would be, right, at the end of this chat, I want my AI agent to create an event for me. So I need a button to say, hey, from this data, create an event. I'm going to go ahead and go here. Now, Maggie, there were some questions online before we started this about interacting with our databases. So like in a RAG format, is there a way to, oh, I don't know why I have that. Is there a way to have the AI agent sort of review your database and give you responses or help you out with something? Like say I wanted to find an event, right? And I wanted my agent to help me find an event in San Antonio or something. Could it do that? Could it sort of search your database and return to you documents? Maybe? Oh, here, maybe we have to make you live.
Okay, there we go. Yes, so there would be like a kind of a workaround way to do that right now. Before you start the conversation back and forth between the assistant and the user, you could have an initial send message action that would call like a custom function or a custom action that would create the chunk of text to send to the AI as like additional context. So you could do like a specific, Firebase document query, take that Firebase document, convert it to text in some sort of custom function or action, and then send that. Definitely not like the most elegant way, but like kind of a hacky way around it for now. But yeah, the idea would be to eventually add like RAG with your Firestore or RAG with like a arbitrary like store of documents would be really cool.
Nice. Very cool. Sorry, this was just working. So, let's see. That guy. Select the chat is set. So do that here. Okay. So thank you, Maggie. All right. And so the basis of this chat interface, what I've done is I have created, this is my chat interface, right? I have side nav over here, the ability to view recent chats, and then it sort of brings up chats here, which it's not working perfectly right now, but it does work. So this whole chat thing does work. The way I'm creating my chat, because again, like I don't know, for some reason I was thinking some sort of native string, but this is how you do it. All right. And maybe actually, Maggie, you can tell me if I'm doing it wrong, but I have my chat interface here. I have a list view. Okay. I have a chat history, right? And I have a data type set up with messages. So this data type will help me formulate my message. It's going to house three things for now. It's going to have a content, so just a string. So eventually I would do like JSON content here probably. I have the content here, sent at, and the role. So my role is human or user, and the AI role is AI. So what that does is it allows us to have a list of data types here. That's what I'm setting this for my list of data types in my component state. And the things that are being set dynamically are actually this chat message. And this is just mainly for like beginners in this whole course, sorry. This is for people that, again, just from the beginning, from the ground up, okay, this is how you do it. I have this little guy, that's what's being sort of shown in my list. And I have two columns here, or two rows here. One row is the AI chat, one row is the user chat. As you can see, they both have conditional visibility. So the one on the right has conditional visibility. The chat item, because this is a list of chat items, right? The role equals user or human. And then this one, the role equals AI, okay? Now, how you get this chat stuff to actually work is on this small little button down here, okay? So on this little guy, we have an action, okay? And my action is, I have this AI response. So AI responding, right? It's going to show a little 3-dot indicator. So I'm going to turn that on true, right? And show that little indicator. Then I'm going to add my message, right? Whatever message I input into that text field to the list. It's going to have my content. It's going to have the time it's sent. It's going to have my role as a user. Okay, so we're adding the first message there. We're saying, hey, look, if that message is sent, right? So as it's being sent, or after it's been sent, and after the AI is responding, right? This is the AI response. So we send a message, we add it to the page state, we then activate that AI agent. So this is what you get. You get this ability to, with the AI agent, you go to integrations, and AI agent, you have two things here. You have send message and clear chat history. Okay. So that is, I'm going to remove my. Right, send message. We're going to select the agent that we want to send to. And I have this simple agent here. We're going to send a document ID and then the text input, essentially what we are sending. So as you add things to your AI agent, because right now I'm just saying request options, I'm just sending text, right? I'm not going to send images, audio, or video, although I do want to send video, or sorry, I want to send audio to my AI agent. I just want to talk to it. So eventually we'll do that. But we're just sending text, and then we're just getting a text response. I don't know why this is giving me a, that's really frustrating. I better revert because it was not giving me a null value just a second ago. Oh, I know what it is. It's my empty state here. Sorry, give me a second. Empty state. Create an event. This is really great. I want to do something. Okay. Right before this, I was trying to set up my chat empty state so that when you come to the chat, you have like maybe some pre-baked options, just like ChatGPT or any of the chat interfaces. So, well, that should be it, but it's not. That's okay. We will redo that. Great. If not, we'll just remove it. Of course it is. Of course it's null. Okay. All right. So that's the main thing. And then I want to showcase, or I wanted to showcase, me actually chatting. For some reason, this is not wanting to. Okay, let's see. I did publish this last night. So worst comes to worst, we can just do that. because I want to showcase what it actually does, which is really sick. So it has instructions. So the chat has instructions here. Oh, sorry. There you go. And I'll just do this. I'll change it to light mode. I know, I'm sorry guys, but just so you can see the chat. So we're going to chat with the agent. Hey, I would like to create an event for tomorrow. It will be a live stream on YouTube that goes over my new AI agent project. And we'll send that message. And there you go. See, okay, I can help you with that. I need a few more details. What time will the live stream start? It will start at 9 a.m. CST. Okay. I know you mentioned YouTube, but can you provide a specific YouTube channel or link? Well, of course I can. I can say https youtube.com Kaleo design. All right. Add a description. I would love help coming up with the description for this event. Also, can you name it more descriptive so that it increases views? Looky there. It's helping me create my event. Not bad, right? Not bad. This is pretty sick. Work the conditional response is a success response. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. We also have conditional. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with the chat. But look at here. So we have event name, description. All right, sweet. Nope, I love that. I love that, man. Thank you. I don't know if it's a man. Sorry. I love that AI. You are the best. All right. So then it returns, I asked it for JSON output. So that's what I'm getting, JSON output here. And it's just returning text, right? But this is really working, right? This is an AI agent that's actually working. It's actually moving, towards the ability to help me create something in my back end, which is sick. It's definitely different than just the AI chat. And then, Maggie, when we're actually producing JSON content. So that's really what I want to do in this live stream is try to figure out how to produce JSON. And I'm so glad Maggie's here because she's gonna be able to help me format my JSON, which is awesome because I sort of am a ignorant fool when it comes to JSON. And I know it's easy. It's just I'm a designer. But hey, guess what, guys? I watched a live stream with two of the top designers in the world, and they don't even use variables in Figma. I mean, they're like, oh, it's too complicated. Auto layout, too complicated. So please forgive me. I'm not the only designers' brains work a little differently. Okay. So yes, Sean, great question. All of this chat is created. All of this UI is created in FlutterFlow. And then streaming, KJ, I'm sure Maggie will. We'll talk more about it, but streaming will be coming. So that's what I've asked them, and that's what they said to me. So, okie dokie. I really want this to work in my test mode though. Why isn't it working? This guy, select a chat document. Okay. Yeah, that's not true. We'll check. Let's see. Not what I want. See user AI, chat, errors, chat main widget build. Okay. We removed something, so maybe cost, dude. That's so frustrating. That's on me. Okay, indicator. That's be frustrating. I'm sorry, guys.
Andrew, I
Okay.
could show the template I built with JSON while
Dude,
you
let's
try
do
to
it.
debug this.
That would be
Okay, cool.
amazing. Everybody would love that.
Sweet. Okay, let me pull that up.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to go to next. And again, it'll be a poor example of what's possible. So, and at the end of this live stream, I'll share my project that has the chat interface and the AI agent, so people can just like duplicate it and interact with their own AI agent. But yeah, the JSON response is going to be way sicker than just text.
Cool. Cool. Yeah. Mine does not look nearly as pretty as yours. So that will be the disclaimer, because you're an amazing designer and I'm not good at that stuff. So
You're
but yeah,
great at that stuff. You're
basically,
just better at engineering.
oh no, thank you. Can everyone see this? I haven't done a live stream ever, so.
Oh, let's see. Here, I have to activate it.
Okay.
We can see it now.
Cool. All right. So basically I'll go over like the agent that I've created, the single screen that I've made, along with the single component I've made. I made a couple of data types and then a couple of custom functions. The JSON stuff, like Andrew was saying, it's simple once you kind of understand it, but it's definitely a little hard to wrap your head around. And FlutterFlow doesn't have like encode and decode JSON methods natively. So that's needed for the functions and stuff. But anyway, all right, I'll start with the agent. So the agent use case that I've done is just this shopping assistant. So help users place an order. It's going to guide a user through placing an online order, ask questions about what they want, all this other stuff. We always want it to respond in JSON format. And so that's why I've done response type JSON here. And that's just to keep it structured. So that way inside of the actual chat view, we could either show this card for them to place an order, or we could just show plain text. That's as simple as I've done it for now. And so basically we always respond using text and then the response, or do text and show button true. And that's the part where, we explain to the AI when to show the button down here. So we say only use show button true once we have enough order details that we're going to place the order. Otherwise, keep asking them questions, but make sure you use the show button true at the end when we're ready for the user that we've to place the order we've configured for them. And then this part's important too, just to prompt it to not break from the JSON format, because FlutterFlow and the cloud function is automatically going to return like a JSON string. And so we want to make sure that there's JSON going back and forth because we've configured it that way. And then when I was building this before, it was asking me for credit card details. So I was just saying only accept Bitcoin. And it'll be sufficient if the user says like they'll pay in Bitcoin, like don't ask for anything else. Okay, with that, I'll do just a demo of it working. So I can say, place an order for size 26 sneakers in green for my son, standard delivery to this address. So I'll say that. And then this will make the call out to the shopping assistant. The shopping assistant is the name of the agent I created, like the camel case name of it or whatever. And that's just what we've deployed through Firebase. So I know we only support Firebase deploy right now, but I know there have been a lot of requests on supporting other types of deployment too, because obviously if you don't use Firebase, then that's not as useful for you. All right, so let's see what it said. Okay, so in this case, it's just responding with text. So we get back this response text, and you can see and hear that there's no show button true inside of that response. And so is there anything else you would like to add, or shall we proceed? So I can just say, please proceed. And then hopefully in this one, we'll get back show button true, since it seems like it has enough information. Okay, now it wants to confirm I'm paying in Bitcoin. So yes, I'll pay in Bitcoin. Okay, we'll wait to see what it says here. Okay, cool. So in this one, you can see it adjusted the UI that we're showing to the customer. And so that's because inside here, we just have this show button true. And so now I'll kind of go into like the logic of how we're parsing all of this.
I love that. I love
Yay,
that. That's
cool.
amazing. Because that's I mean,
Um,
for me, that's what I want. I want to show, conditional UI essentially based off of interactions and a confirmation. So this is sweet.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because the otherwise it's just text, plain text going back and forth. It's not as interesting, I guess. So yeah, you can customize this as much as you want. Obviously, make it look way better than I made it look here. All right, so this is the part, it'll get slightly more complex to explain, but I think you all can follow. All right, so we have a home page. I just have a list view of the messages inside the home page. And so here I have, just this list of data type message. This is similar to how Andrew had it set up. And I know Andrew was expecting kind of like maybe a widget that would do all this for you. And that's definitely an option that we could add, but I think, we'll give the option to the user of how they want it to look and be structured.
Yep, this is all good. I mean, as soon as I figured out, I talked with another FlutterFlower, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you just have to like use the action output." I was like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." So,
Yeah,
yeah, just
exactly.
some sort of, and which we're trying to do here, just trying to educate people how to actually create the thread, and I'm trying to save to Firebase as well, so I have like actual threads that are saved in the
Yep,
back
yep.
end, but just understanding that like, okay, you need to create a page state with some sort of data type or some sort of JSON format that allows you to go back and forth, and that's how you get your stream. That's all the things that are helpful, I think, for us builders.
Exactly. Totally, totally. And I know we'll have a tutorial video that'll like come out more formally on this too. So hopefully that can help as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. So exactly. Message or a list of messages. And if we look at the message data type, it's very simple. It's just the role. And that's an enum. So it can either be the user or the assistant. And then the content of the message, which is a string. And this is where it gets slightly tricky with the way I've done the JSON. I know there's probably other ways to do this, maybe more elegant, but this is basically the stringified version of the JSON. And so I can show you what I mean. So here, when I press the button to send a message to the AI agent, the first thing I do is just add the user message to the list, and that's how it renders in that list view. So all I do is create a user message data type object. It's of role user, and then there's a content string. And so here what I'm doing is converting that user message to a JSON string. So I have this function that basically, and this wasn't loading for me earlier, but let's see if it does. Otherwise, I'll go to the custom function tab.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. I don't know if it was the
Yeah.
latest update, but some of my custom code, I was trying to create like a ICS action, create a calendar file and ask ChatGPT to come up with some code, and it would
Yeah.
just like remove it, even though there's like no errors. So I don't know. Small
Okay, I'll
thing.
file a bug after this because I agree. I've noticed that a couple of times. Let's see. Okay, so convert. Yeah, I think if I click it, yeah, if you click it again, it will show
Okay.
it.
Cool.
Not great. We'll fix that. Okay, so basically what this is doing is just taking in the text that the users input in the text box, making a map out of it in Dart, and then JSON encoding that. So then we're returning a string that inside the string is, a JSON object, but it's the stringified version of that.
Nice.
And so the reason we're doing that is so that inside the message card, we can then just work with this kind of JSON object. So when I'm rendering the text from the message content string, what I do is I convert that back to JSON because basically our assistant will be talking to us in JSON. So it's easy for us when we create our UI to also convert the user interactions to JSON as well. So essentially what I do is I convert this content string back into a JSON object. And then once I have it as a JSON object, I can use all of like the native FlutterFlow things like JSON path. And I just say .text. So it's just keeping it consistent for us to be able to kind of like parse it easier. Okay, so that's on the actual creation of the user message. Once we do that, then we can just clear the text field. That's easy. And then, yeah, this is the new action to send the message, just like Andrew showed. select the assistant. I just have a test conversation ID. Obviously, you'd probably set that by a variable. And then the text input. So this is just grabbing the text, what do you call it? Path that we have. Yeah, at the message type. I think my computer is freezing up a bit.
Flagging a little bit, but not much.
Okay, maybe it's fine now. Okay, so then once we do that, then we just have to add the assistant response. So in this case, what we're doing is we're taking the, we're adding to that data type list, just a data type where the role's assistant, and then, oh, weird.
Converting, sorry, I removed you, but we can hear you.
Oh, no worries. Okay, let me just disconnect my headphones because I think.
That makes sense, right? So the AI agent is working in JSON, but we're displaying stuff in strings. So each message we're converting to JSON, and then it's returning JSON, we're converting back to a string. So I think that's a pretty easy concept to understand, which, yeah, makes sense.
Exactly. Sorry, I was just trying to see if I could close some stuff. Yeah, no, that's what we're doing. And so we add it back to that messages list. And then maybe it's lagging again.
Oh, you're good. It seems pretty good.
And then when we go and render the message card, the way we conditionally decide what to show is inside of here. And so we convert so this is where it's slightly confusing there, and there would have been other ways to do it, but we take this content string, and we know that the way we've constructed it, it will have text and show button, or it might just have text. And so I made another data type called text, which is of type string, and then show button, which is exactly how we told the AI agent to do it, which is of type Boolean. And so we essentially parse that AI response into this data type from that JSON. So I can show you where we do that. Let's see. So the first thing we have to do is just convert that content string to JSON. So we do that here and this convert to JSON. And then we want to say, okay, convert this JSON to a data type. And that's to make it easier to understand like all the different types inside the JSON map. And so then we convert it to content, and then we're grabbing the show underscore button field on it, that Boolean. And if that Boolean is true, then we show this UI element. But then if it's false, we just show this one right here. So that's how we're able to achieve this kind of view where, for the most part, it just shows these cards. But then if it returns that show underscore button, then it would show this card here.
Very cool. Very cool. So yeah, there are a couple custom functions that are fairly easy to come up with. There seems to be like very simple convert to JSON string and then convert user message to JSON string. So a few custom functions that are nice when you're doing this conversion to JSON and then back, and you want that response to be separate. So in my example, I was just doing text. It was just responding with text. But in my actual example, which is what you're doing, I want it to actually create an event for me. So what I would do is do exactly what you're doing, convert it back to strings, have a conditional like this show button, or, show button essentially. So I'll create that in my UI. And from that, that button could essentially take the entire data type of an event. Because for me, my JSON would be, event name, description, time, place. It would be in a data type somewhere in that AI response. And that button would just say create document. And it would take that data type and convert it to a document. And it'd be like, cool, I created your new event. Go see the details. Sick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my button does nothing right now, but obviously you could have it do whatever a normal button would do. So yeah.
Sweet. Awesome. That's
Yes,
superb. Thank you so much for showcasing that because,
of
yeah,
course.
I feel like for those that do know JSON and that are familiar with agents, it's probably really intuitive for them. And I haven't messed around as much with it. And I was just like, okay, how do I do, how do I actually use this in my app? Because for me, I have well, one app that I'm actually going to use it in, which is my coffee app. I want I want a barista assistant, that'll help give me feedback on my coffees. I want it to analyze my database and say like, hey, how am I brewing? Like my coffees are essentially like, they're a little bitter. And I wanted to review some of my past notes and give me recommendations for improving my brew style. So
Ooh, that's awesome. I would use
yeah.
that.
Or like maybe an ability to voice create, a coffee note. So hey, oh sorry, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, a little voice create coffee note. So instead of inputting it manually, saying like, hey,
Yeah,
I brewed a coffee today, 12 grams, I did a 1:16 ratio, I brewed it for 4 minutes, and it'll just like create my document for me. So
totally. That would be really cool. I like that use
yeah,
case a lot.
yeah.
Nice.
So fun stuff. Well, cool. Thank you again. That was so awesome. So I'm gonna try to apply that. I'm gonna try to apply that in 18 minutes to my use case for this agent, which is just creating an event. We'll see if my brain can do it. I doubt it. I highly doubt it, but
You got this.
yeah. All right. So I'm gonna come back and share my screen, my entire screen. This little guy. Okay. All right. So I got my chat working. So this is my actual chat. I would like help with creating a sick event for FlutterFlow. All right. Whoop. Send it. And then this is, it's giving me my response, which is great. That's what we want. But I have this other AI assistant. So this is just my event agent is just returning text in a JSON format, or sorry, text in a text format, not in a JSON format. I created my new event agent, da 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 da, and it has output a JSON object with the event information in consistent format. And then I'm giving it the JSON format, right? But I have response type JSON, and that chat interface actually will not work because this chat interface just has strings. So it's going to return something crazy. So we need to come to our custom functions and convert to JSON. I already have this. Sick. Looky here. I did utilize this. I'm going to show you guys what I did to get that chat interface, the initial chat interface. So you can come over to flows. We have this ChatGPT chat component, and it already has like the conditional actions. So I just replaced the conditional action. I think I have agent archive. Yeah, this is what the UI looked like. This is returning just a ChatGPT response, so an API response. And I basically duplicated this, created my own AI agent chat, and I'm going to do that again. I'm gonna recreate this again, and I'm going to say chat JSON. Okay. And now what we need to do is we need to come up to our action, and I'm going to change my agent here to my JSON agent. Doop. And now I need to convert this string. So custom function, convert double to string, convert to JSON. Yeah. The prompt is this widget state. Boop. Nice. Okay. All right. And then new chat user JSON. Okay. This condition, so a couple people were talking about the conditionals earlier. So, all right, again, I'll sort of say this. This first one, this first conditional is just saying, hey, AI responding is false. So I haven't sent a message. So I haven't sent a message. The AI is not responding. It's not sort of in process. So I don't want to take an action. If I click this button multiple times, it's just going to send the one chat message. It's not going to send 3 of them. Okay, so that's sort of important. Having some sort of conditional. I have a component state here, right? AI responding Boolean true or false. When it's false, you can send a message. When it's true, it's going to showcase this little guy. So it's a little writing indicator, and it's not going to let you send again. Okay, just as a note, we have a bunch of errors now, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so created message. Let's also convert this to JSON. Convert string to JSON. Perfect. Text field. This little guy. Okay. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's it. Awesome. Sent out user role. We're doing that. Text input, convert, and then we're getting back a response, right? So we're getting that response back, and we need to content. We need to change this. So as you do this is actually great, right? I know this is very rudimentary, but action. This is the action that sends the first prompt to the AI agent. That AI agent is going to respond. Okay, it's going to respond to something. So we need to set this. The way it responds is through this action output. Okay, so we have an action output here, new chat user JSON. Perfect. We want to make sure that's set. So this is the second conditional action. If it's set, if this message sent, or if my message sent and the AI agent responds, then this is set. It's true. Okay. So then we're going to add that response to our page state. And this content, I think we need to convert JSON to text. I don't think I have that. So let's come back. I'm gonna do that. Chat messages, perfect. First message, yes. I'm actually updating a Firebase document as well with these chats. So let's go over here to our custom function and convert to JSON. I want a custom function to convert JSON to string. Okay, return string, JSON. Perfect, right? Is this how you do it, Maggie? You do a string?
Yes, exactly. Okay. And then you'll just return JSON encode of that JSON.
Perfect, I think. The JSON as a string. This is how I write code, just so you know.
I get confused with the JSON decode encode sometimes too. Yeah, it should just JSON encode and then.
Nice. Yep. Hopefully that works. All right. And then I need to add a few more things to my system message because I want to showcase a button. I want to showcase a button to create an event. So I don't know if I'm going to have time for that. Okay, JSON, yes. We'll come back over here. We'll try to remove some of this. User JSON, add response. Let's go ahead and convert this back. So we want our custom functions. Convert JSON to string. And that response will be our action output, new chat user JSON. There you go. Sweet. That's perfect. We're going to clear the text field right there and scroll to our list view. Let's see, we have one more bug. Duplicate conversation ID. Oh, yeah. You can I have document ID. I'm just going to like update the default variable to like 5 and it'll remove that bug. Okay, let's see. Duplicate IDs. Oh, okay. I also have, I wanted to do this chat thing, so I'm gonna remove that conditional action. Yeah, sick. Custom functions need to be checked. Sweet. So in your system message, you said something like, oh, one thing, I would love to expand this system message. I would actually
Yeah,
like tab.
someone asked about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that it's too. It can be really
I
long,
would like,
obviously. Yeah.
yeah, I would like tabs where I could have preloaded messages in one tab and then system messages in the other tab. So I could
Mhm.
utilize this whole vertical space for my system message.
That's what I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I have this, and then I want the event should include a name, date, time. I guess I'll give it some info like if all the information is present, please show button equals true. Should I do this in brackets or something? Please make
Yeah. Or maybe say like, please add show button true to the JSON
show
object.
button true to the JSON object. Okay.
This
Cool.
is the one thing I had to mess with a fair amount. Like I went back and forth with ChatGPT to kind of like tweak my prompt more because sometimes it would do show button true, sometimes it wouldn't. So then I just kind of had to, instruct it more.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna remove some of these unnecessary elements. So I want name, description, maybe cover image, time created, event time, show button, false. Can I say this? Show button false to begin with, and then
I
yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. 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 Perfect. And personally, I know this all saved in the background. I just want some sort of like additional like, hey, your system message has been updated. Like, I don't know, some confirmation. My wife calls it insurance feedback. Something that tells me like, hey, I updated the system message and we've taken that message and done something with it. So, all right, let's go ahead and update this. Let's see if this will work. So text, JSON format, perfect. You can update your model parameters, right? Max tokens. I don't know if we need max tokens. We'll do that. And then what's the like best model for Google? I mean, I know you're using ChatGPT.
Yeah.
But
I think 2.0 Pro would be the best. I think they just came out with 2.5 Pro though. We're also
nice.
looking to like be able to update this more quickly and also have more models here. I know, or more model providers. Even people are talking about DeepSeek and Grok. So that's definitely also on our list.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. It's gave me an error because we returned something. Oh, what do we do? Where is this icon button? This is in my JSON and maybe I need to return that. Yeah. Give me a second. I'm gonna undo that. Whatever I just did. It's now giving me an error. This is JSON.
I think that one's fine actually, because you have event agent and then event JSON agent.
Yeah. Oh, duh. That's it. That's it. Here, I was here. I
Oh, it's
did
that one.
pro. This
J-
reset. This reset to text.
yeah. We reset it because it's possible. We do reset that every time. I could also look into that. I think it's kind of necessary though, because certain models might not support. We always just reset it, and so yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. I think just having some sort of confirmation or yeah, again, just something that. And look here, we have our chat history. I don't know how to get these actually to work. Anyways, worry about that. I have a component here. Like when you bury components, it's sometimes hard to have things update, but that's just me. That's a me problem. All right. Oh, I need to update this with my JSON, obviously. Right now, I just have my chat. So I'm going to create a new page. Sorry. Main chat. JSON. And I'm going to remove this guy. I'm going to add in chat JSON. Perfect. And I'm going to do the same thing. This is all of this stuff doesn't matter. This is all connecting to Firebase. So I have Firebase set up, and I'm having my chats basically saved to Firebase after the AI agent responds to me. And then, yeah, I'm saving the chat to Firebase from that page state. So again, just trying to explain how it's all working. And then those chats appear here, and I can select a chat and show it here. I have an app state for like a selected chat. And that's where if I select one of these, it's updating that app state and then showcasing my chat here. I have a document reference here that sort of pushes the document down. But again, none of this is necessary for you to actually get the AI agent working. You can do everything in a local state, basically a page state here. The definite requirements are a data type that houses more than one thing, right? You're not just sending strings back and forth. You need to specify the role, right? So you can get user chats, AI chats. You need to specify the content, right? So yeah, the content here, and I do a time sent. It's not totally necessary. And then you need a page state with a list of those data types, right? And then you're adding a data type every time. So every time you send a message, you're adding a data type. Every time the AI responds, you're adding a data type with that response. I know that some of the people in the chat were just saying like, hey, what about a beginner like me? So, okay, cool. I'm gonna update this, and of course, I need to go to my side nav. We'll say awesome chats. I just started doing this way of setting a nav bar. I don't know, it's sort of fun, but it's probably not perfect. Two. We'll navigate to main, chat main, JSON. All right. Cool. So I want to try to get to my JSON thing. And obviously in my chat message, oh man, I need to review how to do that, because you have the show button in a conditional builder. Okay. We'll see. I want to go to awesome chats. Oh, I obviously need to go here. And this one's going to be 2. Cool. We're probably not going to get this to work in the 1 minute that we have, but I feel like this was very beneficial. Maggie, thank you so much for joining, diving into that, helping explain the possibilities, and yeah, everything. That was very, very helpful. So I'm excited to sort of try to find time outside of client work to play around with this more. To see if you are working. But for now, it's gonna be great. Yeah. See, content user role. Awesome. Let's see. Nice. Yeah. I need to update this.
Oh, yeah.
But sweet. Okay. How do I know what JSON structure to use? Awesome. Well, dude, thank you so much. This was
Yay.
great. Yeah, I'm super happy with the content, or like being able to just figure that out. I think that was like again, maybe it's just me that had troubles with it. But yeah, people that just want to have an AI agent, I mean, just responding to text is super easy. Setting up JSON. I know you guys are coming out with, yeah, you guys are coming out with more tutorials on that. So that'll be awesome. I feel like that's, one of the things is how to interact with my database. How do I have my AI agent interact with my database? And then the second one would be like, how do I have it actually like create stuff in my database, do some
Yeah,
web functionality, So
totally. Yeah. Yeah. Those are all on our list for sure.
sick. Sweet. Well, thank you again, Maggie. Mark, thanks for being in the background, responding to comments. So appreciate it.
Of course, man. It was fun. Good to
Yeah,
meet you, Maggie.
Maggie's
Yeah,
great. Maggie and Michael are the best. So
Oh, thank you. No.
yeah.
Awesome.
I love the
All
videos
right.
I've seen you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. Good luck building AI agents. And yeah, good luck. That'd be great. So let us know. I'll share the link to this project that I have. I'll share the link to it in the YouTube description. And I'll see y'all later. So thank you again, Maggie.
All right.